Oh, I'm going to be live. Well, welcome to... I was supposed to have an intro. Hang on. If I swipe right, yeah, put my intro on. Oh, you can have the intro. It's in the corner there. Hello. Welcome to... I'm Bargain Basement Livestream. We are here today. Very bargain, very basement. With Skippies. Probably some of you do know where Skippy is. Those of you who are new to the show, it's my local non-bar cafe. And indulge. I'm indulging this glass of strawberry today, so just to get things right. I'm not quite sure what will happen once this video finishes. I thought the video would be full screen. I'm new to Prism. This is being broadcast via Prism because Red Zipper, who was on the show last week, and I've made it show listed because of the way it appeared. I've got to get rid of that. How do I get rid of it? Just bin it. Okay. Right, go back. How do I go back? Oh, there we are. Yes. You can see my finger pointing at the screen a lot because I'm not used to this new app. But hello, there's 3 people. If you... Oh, hang on. If I go into comments, perhaps I should... But, right. If you comment, your comments will appear there, theoretically. So you're welcome to comment. Let me know that you're there. Possibly Gwee is there. Vids with your mom. Am I coming through loud and clear? Like, I haven't got any way to monitor this, so I've no idea what's happening. Other than I have a nice beer and I'm a complete zombie. My friend from Tokyo, who had not been in touch with me for over a year, suddenly got in touch with me a couple of days ago and asked for my help. Which that help was like being on a call with her. While she sort of like unburdened herself or whatever it was. And that took several hours, quite a lot of hours. And I'm going to be doing it again later because she's not fully recovered. So I was up until the early hours. And that's why there was no advert and no... You can comment, if you're there, if you're watching. I want to see your comments. I want to see them appear on the screen. I've just downloaded this Prism app, you see, and it's supposed to do that for me. So I'm able to see what you're saying, and I can respond without having to. I've got this as a backup. But theoretically, I should be able to see what you're saying on the screen. But you're not saying much. You could be just lurking. Oh, and Alas is ill. Not only that, but Alas was absent. Alas and I were, or my idea was that Alas and I would do a music review show, a second music review show, and I would invite her on, and she and I would review various music videos. That was my theory, and I tried to contact her, and she appeared to have disappeared off the face of the earth. Turns out that her phone was broken and she's not tech savvy, and by the time she was... Hey, Alas, you are there, Alas. What?
Alas is here.
Did you get your Vix, dear? Did you get it? Check your chat. Check your chat in Discord. Hello. Your message may remain on the screen and scroll up because I haven't quite figured out the app yet. How to make. I think there's a thing you can select to make messages gradually disappear. But whatever you say will be permanently recorded on the screen. So Alas was ill, weren't you, dear? Where am I? Oh, you're in the red now. I'm at Skippy's, but Emily has changed it up a bit. Hang on. There used to be a table here, like in the middle. I sat round. That's That's a customer. That's a customer. Sorry, yeah, the customer has appeared on YouTube.
Live?
Live. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh, we.
That's Finn. That's Finn over there. Hello. That's Finn. Finn appears regularly on Instagram in amusing shorts. On Instagram. Well, not that she wears amusing shorts. She appears in amusing shorts. All right, you appear twice. Oh, hang on. So I'm glad I'm talking to you, Alas. How are you feeling, by the way? Have you recovered slightly at all? Because I was hoping you would come on and talk a lot. Reviewing music videos. I mean, that would be good, wouldn't it, really? That'd be fun if we did that. I think we'd get an audience for that. It was a bit of faff getting this app on my phone, because I wanted it to connect to this particular channel, but I don't have this channel on my Google account on my phone. It was all, and I got a warning from Google saying someone is trying to access your account and all that sort of business. So eventually I got it. I mean, that's why there's no advert, because I spent so much time trying to get this app on the phone and connect it to my YouTube account. So that I could sit here talking nonsense live, as I like to do every week. That I didn't have time to make an advert, and Vince Mom noticed that, but said it was okay. I'm expecting Vince Mom to turn up as well, so you may have company. There are two people, but I think the other person is actually just my son's YouTube channel, which I used to use to watch comments, and now I don't need to do that anymore. So I don't think he wants this phone back. It's a very old phone. It can't be updated anymore. So, it may come in for emergency purposes. If it appears to wobble, we're stood on a little wobbly table. That's why. Is it still sweltering?
No.
Oh, you've got to get back to work. Oh, sorry. Yes. Well, I hope it's not too sweltering like it was before. But anyway, thank you. Thank you for coming in and at least being the one viewer. Oh, hey, Donald Trump. Hello. Trump 420. Yes, I'm sorry I didn't interact with you much on Discord. As a new member, my Discord activity is largely adverts for the show and announcements for the show. Once upon a time, I was a little bit more active, and my followers were a little bit more active. But now it's sort of dead in the water, I'm afraid. Wobble. We wobble all of us wobble our little wobble earth, right? Hang on, who's that? Oh, it's Vids. Hello, Vids. I've got the Prism widget going, and I've got YouTube comments going. So your comments appear twice, so it's confusing. I'm easily confused, as you know. So, this is your bargain basement live stream. All right, antisocial freaks. Yes, well, yes, that's the internet. Internet, in a nutshell, really. When we were young, Vince of your mum, if there were nutters in your town, you might, just by pure luck, bump into one by chance on the street. The local nutter. And then along came the internet, and the place is absolutely chock full of them. Can't miss them. Oh, it's confusing, this. I'm going to YouTube comments appear regardless. So I'm going to swipe. I'm going to poke my finger in your face, swipe right, and see what happens if I get rid of that. Currently applied, one chat widget. Don't apply that. Right. Okay. Can I still see your comments? Perhaps I have to reapply it. No, I can still see your comments. Where did last week's vid go? Last week's vid, at the request of the guest, who I was on his live stream this morning, sort of like in comments, and he noticed that I was there, and he was explaining to his viewers. He'd had a beer and he was wandering around, but he said, you know, due to an embarrassing incident with alcohol on a live stream I did. He didn't mention it by name or anything, but I was in comments, so I knew what he was talking about. I've decided to sort of readjust my sort of like interaction with alcohol, something like that, to paraphrase him. So basically he was embarrassed, and so by it, quite rightly, I suppose. And unless you're a 3-year-old dude's aficionado, yes, you would be embarrassed by that. So I made it unlisted, and at some future point I may invite him back on, because you know I had hoped for a sort of generally more sort of informative video about Taiwan, given that Kimberly is there. But it kind of like turned into a 3-year-old dudes episode, much to the chagrin of Bob. If Bob turns up, yes, it's invisible now, Bob. It's not gone forever. It's unlisted. I mean, and if you really want to watch it again, for whatever reason, I could send you a link. You know. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, because it's kind of like, it's not private video now. It's unlisted, so it's not visible anywhere. But I mean, the only way to rewatch it, is if you've still got it in your chat replay, or in your sort of like replay. I think. Oh jeez. Yeah, it's the one video I think I've had to make unlisted. You know, I respect my guests' wishes. So, did I live in Asia for a while? No, I didn't. 420. Until the age of about 45, I had no remote interest in Asia whatsoever, other than maybe when I was in my late 20s. Mid 20s, when I was studying art, I developed a keen interest in South Asia, sort of India, largely because there was a very attractive Indian woman on my course that I kind of like lost my heart to, and so I steeped myself into Indian culture, and that was in my college days, and then after that, I went back to sort of, you know, regular sort of women, English women, and then about the age of 45, I just by accident discovered Asia. I've never lived there. No, I've been to Japan 4 times, and that was the last time was like 7 years ago. Hey, Robert. Yes, it's the gathering of the antisocial nutters. Here we are. Yes, it's if Bob is watching this on the replay, because it's probably pretty early. It's a bit. I started a bit earlier than Bob usually wakes up. So yes, the quality of this live stream, it's bargain basement, Bob. I'm sorry. It's yes. I shall try and remain gentlemanly, but I have no guests, so I'm not obliged. What are you drinking? I'm drinking a Sint Balsken. This is a local beer made or passes for a village about 5 or 6 kilometres from the town I live in. Well, I say what passes for a village because in Belgium, or in Flanders anyway, the Flanders part of Belgium, it's so built up that you drive from one town along a road and there are just houses either side, and you come out of that town to the next village, and it's just one big agglomeration with a few like fields in between just to delineate it slightly. Belgian beer, yes, Belgium is very local, very local. As I say, it's about six kilometres, 5 miles from down the road from me. My son actually works for a brewer's, and he said the other day there's an old building supplies factory across the road from me, and one of their buildings sort of looks over into my apartment. and my eldest son, who works for this beer making company, as a volunteer a couple of times a week, he happened to be in the old building of this factory, and he could look across and he could see right into my apartment, and that my windows were open and everything. But, oh. It's quite strong. Yes, it's I don't know, 8.5%. I'm feeling it. You're seeing it. I'm feeling it. It's 8.5%. So there is a beer here called Delirium Tremens, which don't mince words when you produce a beer called Delirium Tremens, and it's 14%. For a beer. You like your women, like what, 8.5%? She's an 8.5% woman. The rest of her, we don't know what it is. It's a bit strong, yeah. Compared to Budweiser and American washing up liquid. Yes, sorry. It's like, yes. You're in Germany. You could get some decent stuff. Belgian beer, yes. You don't want too many of this, otherwise I'm not going to be fit for anything. Well, yes, it's not my furniture. This is the furniture of the cafe that I go to every Friday. But yes, the owner sort of went round to sort of second-hand shops and got all this. Right, I'll flip you over. You've had enough of my face. Front, there we go. So, most of my regular viewers have seen this before. But now they see it without the table, which used to be here. Which is a bit awkward when you're trying to eat. So they have to they gave me this little table so I could eat. I had the exquisite delight of a sausage roll. Cheers. Yes, I may walk out. Well, I have to pay first, but I may take you outside and exploit the Prism app, because it streams at 1080p. Which is my in real life app did, but my in real life app didn't let me see your comments, which is that's the end of the in real life app, and thank goodness for Prism. Trump is at the bar at 1 p.m. in Germany. Well, I'm in the cafe at 1 p.m. When I've got one beer left at home, and I've finished all my wine, but I've got plenty of stuff for cocktails. But I've got to be sort of fairly, keep my head fairly straight, because I'm going to do another support call to my friend in Tokyo after this, which could go on quite a long time. So I have to be, fairly, straight-headed for that. Normal for Europeans, yes. Yes. Yes, America has the United States and possibly even Canada. I'm not sure about Canada. You have to correct me on this, Fitz, if you're on. But America has an obesity epidemic and problem. You know, fat dudes on mobility scooters in Walmart, sort of thing. And Europe seems, I don't know whether it has. I mean, you'd have to Google it. You know, an alcohol problem. 5 a.m. Your time for ghost hunting. Ghost? Oh, fuck that. Sorry. Excuse my French. Right. I'm going to try and get myself together, pay for my food, and I shall take you outside. Hang on. I'll just put you down. Turn you back. You got a lot of fat people in Canada. Yeah. I don't know what happened. You know, after World War II, people sort of like lost common sense. I don't know what it was. If I eat this burger every week, every day, will I get fat? Alright, hang on. Right. Money. Card. Thank goodness for contactless payments. I'd be really struggling if I had to get cash out in this state, holding a gimbal.
Oh, Simon.
Hey, this is
Livestream?
This is Gabriel, the failed train driver from Portugal. Raphael, sorry.
Yes, failed train driver, soon to be truck driver.
Truck driver, and likes to cover himself in chemicals in his current
I
job.
don't like it, I like the money.
Gets paid a lot of money to cover himself in chemicals in the harbour of Antwerp. Okay. And now I'm going to pay Finn for helping me.
That'll be 18 euros, please.
It's not doing it. I'll have to stick it in.
Make sure they don't check your name.
Come on. Bloody thing. Technology. Utterly useless. Utterly useless. Don't look. Oh no, hang on, correct. It's 3-1. Okay, alright, sorry. Wrong, try again. Okay. After bro, I've buggered it up. It's aborted.
Oh shit. That just gets me.
I've been aborted, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm an abortion. I'll try again. It's quality stuff, this, you know. This will go viral. Hooray! I've lost money now. Okay.
Good job.
Okay, right. Thank you, Finn. Thank you, Emily. Emily's busy. I want for Emily. Right. Okay, we're going to go. Say bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right. There's a street. And then we're going to go and see the market, which is destroyed, really. Oh no. Front. Okay, I think I've got everything. Money. These things. They decided, oh no, we want some trees there now, and green spaces, and we want some trees there now, and green spaces, and whatnot. And for nearly a year, they've been busy digging it all up, trying to make it look pretty, and like disturbing all of the local businesses who would normally have crowds of people. But because there's a big building site in the middle of town, they basically fucked it all up. So yes, let's go this way, where there's some shadow, and I can see your comments, if any. Oh, it's Saturday. Yes, they're working. They're working on a Saturday. Hang on, I can't see a damn thing. Fine. No, you're all right. It's like, that was not my pin. Oh yeah. Have some Chinese gods of fortune. Local Chinese restaurant. And that's me. Oh shit, my bike. I have to go and get my bike. Yes, two beers of 8.5% on a lunchtime before a live stream. Well, this is the result, really. So it looks bright and warm and sunny, and it looks like incredibly hot, but it's not too bad actually. It's about 23, 24 degrees. And I'm wearing a jacket, so it's a bit warmer. No, completely wrong. Guess Simon's PIN number. First you have to identify the bank. It's just some obscure small Belgian bank. By the time you'd cleaned out my money, you'd think, Jesus Christ, is that all he's got? What a waste of time. Yes, you don't earn a great deal as a part-time forklift truck driver. It just limits my ability to go and visit Kimberley, which is one of the main drawbacks, not having lots of money for me. Right, I'll go this way. Oh, this is great. I like this Prism app. Now I can read your comments without having to hold the phone in my other hand. So I can now hold my bike in the other hand. This is a wine bar. That was a wine bar I was in, but it's also a cafe. But this is a wine bar. It used to be a yoga studio. I did yoga in there for about a year. Then they ran out of money. $2,900 rent. Hang on, where did you see that? Like to rent? I didn't see that. I'm not going back. I'm sorry. We're just going to go past the 17th century Spanish conquerors' residence. Because this is Flanders. Flanders was Catholic, and then in the South Netherlands in the 17th century they all went sort of a bit Protestant, and the Roman Catholics didn't like that very much, and so the Spanish king decided he would invade what is now Belgium and Holland and beat the shit out of all the Protestants and re-establish Catholicism, which they managed to do, partly especially in the Flemish part of the Netherlands, and they built imposing buildings to show that they were back in control. And one of them is around the corner here. This isn't an imposing building. This is a very nice 1970s Christian health insurance building. Yes, very bizarre. What's going on here? There's something going on. Oh, I didn't know there was anything going on. Oh, we can have a look at something going on. Not quite sure what it is. But this building on the right here, this was like the governor's house, the local Spanish overlord's house, built in the 17th century. One of the few remaining nice buildings in the town. Right, hang on, I'm just going to stop and try and read your comments because I've been waffling on for a bit and I can't I have to kind of interact a bit. Brick equals sus. What? Belgium's not cheap. Yeah, no, not really. I mean, you know, depends on your income, of course. But you know, it's a highly industrialised Western nation. So, but not quite as with it as some of the Scandinavian nations. So yeah, it can be a bit expensive. Right. What the hell's going on here? Police. I know. Okay. Can you get through? I don't know. Sort of. There's something going on. Well, actually, I never knew about. There's an ice cream van. Well, I've spent enough money. I had a nice piece of cheesecake as well, which you didn't see. Where that truck is parked, in that car park, it used to be a supermarket I went to every week. And then they knocked it down. Which is a bit of a bugger because it was relatively close to where I lived. What's going on here? Not quite sure. Somebody's singing. So this is some sort of... It's for the youth. An empty stage. Okay, it's an empty stage with obviously some event for young people is going to happen. I don't think I'll get money demonetized because it's in Flemish, so I mean this song. Or is it? Oh no, it's English. They've raised this beer here, Cornet. That's quite nice. It's oaked beer. I have one bottle left in my fridge of this. This is the local library, which looks like a giant Venetian blind for some reason. Obviously, whatever's going to happen here has not yet happened, so it's not very thrilling. And the police are not having much to do except stand around, hoping that people will turn up for them to guide. Epic soundtrack. My cousin Vinny. What are you on about? I can't tell how long I've been going. I can't just show how long I've been going. Oh God, I've got another half an hour to fill. Jesus. How are we going to do that? I'm sweating already. Nice flowers. I mean, unfortunately, this city is not as exciting as Tokyo or Taipei, which I always watch live streams from Tokyo and Taipei. There is slightly more interesting. I don't think they're sort of like Belgian otaku, are they? Really? I mean, nobody dresses up in traditional Belgian clothing. Or raves about traditional Belgian food or anything like that. I don't know. Police officers have guns here, which is a bit alarming. I've never. I mean, in Brussels, and Antwerp. Sometimes there's regular on the news each morning in Antwerp. Another bomb has gone off against somebody's door in Antwerp. Everybody thinks it's associated with the drugs. Well, it's obviously associated with drugs. So yes, I suppose they do have to have guns. But in general, you can walk around quite safely. French fries in Belgium are top. French fries were invented in Belgium. I don't know why they call them French fries, but they were invented in Belgium. It's curious though, potato, discovered by an English chap in the 16th century in America, something like that, brought back to England, ends up on the continent, gets turned into French fries, and becomes a staple diet of fat Americans. To offend most of the world's population. How do I get across here without dying? Oh, I'm going to have a go on the new pavement. Look at this! Wow, new pavement. I'm sure I'm supposed to be on here. So yes, we're going to have trees on the big market. They said. In these small patches of earth, we're going to put some trees, and the rest of it is all going to be sort of like bricks and concrete. Brilliant, very green. There's an underground car park under here. Why anybody would want to come here and park underground, I don't know. Shiso, sushi and Thai. You can't say that very fast. I've been in there. It's Indonesian, really. It's an Indonesian-run restaurant. It's quite nice, actually. They have some nice sushi and stuff. Authentic. It's like La Bella Italia. It's run by Indians. Also run this Indian restaurant next door, Namaste, which is also quite nice. I've had some nice Indian food in there. Sorry for the noise. Right, I'm going to find some shadow and try and see if you're saying things to me. Like, show us something interesting, Simon. It's not very vibrant, this town, is it? There's not a lot happening. 21 degrees in Toronto. That's not bad, actually. That's pleasant. Windy as fuck. What? Do I have the stud spa? No, I haven't been swimming for quite some time. Can't even remember the last time I actually sort of like stripped down to a swimsuit and got in water. It's that many years ago. Must have been about at least 10 years ago, if not more. Kind of lost interest. I can swim. I've been in the water. Yes. Now what? I'll try and cross over. Go in front of the. This is the town hall, by the way. Right, designed in like the 1870s and built to look like it was in the 1570s. That was trendy. It was trendy in the 1870s to make everything look 200 years old. I'm quite sure why. And this is obviously some African marriage going on at the town. I don't mind. Live on YouTube. Africans getting married in the town hall. Oh dear, no, I better not go that way. I can't get past. Oh, fuck off. Give it a rest. No, I'm going to saw these bricks all day in the baking sun. Construction on a Saturday. Yes, basically, if you employ Turkish workers as a Belgian company, you can get them to work on Saturday. That sort of thing. This church covered in scaffolding has been covered in scaffolding for about 3 years. The style is actually known as eclectic, like the architectural style, which means basically it's a polite way of saying it's a dog's breakfast of all kinds of like various classical styles. It's a digger. Woohoo! Not sure what's going on here. It's not an African wedding. Just a gathering of people. Like attempting to, extras for the crowd effect. Cycle street. This means if you're in a car and you drive into a cycle street, you're not allowed to overtake any cyclists, regardless of how slow they were going. It's fucking annoying, I have to tell you. Scaffolding has become a feature, yes. Scaffolding in Belgium is like, like when we go to Ghent or when we go to Antwerp, and I'll show you around the cities. It's like if you want to make an investment in Belgium and get a good return on your investment, invest in scaffolding. 30 degrees. 30 degrees in Toronto. No, I'm going to England next Friday. Nick and I will be doing most of the driving. And I've been checking the temperature. The temperature decreases the further north that we get, which is rather good. And by the time we get to my parents' house in the Lake District, it will be about 19 degrees, 18 degrees, possibly with light rain, which is great. So basically I'm walking you back to my house at this stage. This is very, this is the like bargain basement live stream. Simon walks you back to his house. Hello. Oh, that used to be a florist. A florist to the royal family in Belgium. Daniel Ost, but they've closed up shop and moved somewhere else. "30 years ago, I was here for the very first time. What are we, 1992? No, more than 30. 33 years ago, I was here with a friend of mine. And we came to visit a Belgian woman who ended up becoming my wife. And there used to be sort of telephone kiosks across there, and payphone kiosks. And we arrived, and this Belgian lady who my friend was like had a crush on was still at work, so we telephoned her from there. Like, I never thought I'd end up living here and that the telephone kiosks would eventually disappear, or that I would get divorced from the Belgian lady. Oh, you got married in December 1990. I got married in, vaguely remember, sort of 1998, I think. I can't even remember I've been divorced that long, I can't remember. I have no idea what my wedding anniversary ever was or is anymore. Hey! Another, like, Donald Trump, your genuine German, has arrived in chat. Telephone booth talk, yes. Still no guitar. We're in Flanders. We're doing a live. I'm using Prism, which seems to be working quite well. It's streaming at 1080p and is very consistent. And I can see chat, which is great. So that advice from Led Zippo last week, I took it to heart this morning. Spent all morning trying to get this app on my phone without buggering up all my Google accounts, which I managed to do anyway. Which is why there was no advert, just a direct link in Discord. What? 1080p, 15 frames a second. Oh right. Well, I've got it at 5,000. Sort of like what is it? Whatever, 5,000. The frame rate, the thingy, not the frame rate. The streaming rate is 5,000 something or other. So it could be struggling here and there. I was not tough enough to kill my cat. Oh, you're getting wind noise. I'm sorry. It's not that windy. Quality is good. That's good. I'm glad. Because the in real life Pro was quite good as well. What I'd like to know is if I do that. Oh, hang on. If I do that. Do you? I mean, apart from being seasick, is there a lot of digital streaking? Because and defocusing and artifacts when I do that. Because if I stand still and don't do much, the stream quality is excellent. But if I move, rapidly, just normally, if I move normally, what tended to happen with the previous app, or any app for that matter, is you get lots of digital streaking. No artifacts. Brilliant. I noticed that when UFO Bob uses Prism, and even Led Zippo, it's all very clear. I'm using the free version of Prism, which is great for me. I mean, that's all I need. This just be able to see your comments and with all the bells and whistles that the young people on Twitch and Kick and all the other live stream platforms like to sort of throw all kinds of stuff onto their screens and have intros and professional looking live streams and all that bollocks. You have to pay for that now. It used to be free on Prism, but now you have to pay for it. But it's all too complicated for me anyway, so the free version is much better. Just like this and your comments, and that's it, and wind noise. Lots of wind noise. They don't have a wind noise filter. I'd pay for that. You can't expect that. No, this is why it's the bargain. This week it's the bargain basement live stream. Next week I shall be doing again a Prism live video, but this time from England. Hello. Fire Brigade. Fire Brigade is the Fire Brigade building is down there. So they're going to come past my door every other day. There's always some dumb fuck who's been smoking and dropped their cigarette. So, keeps them busy, I suppose. You know, if you're a volunteer fire brigade person, you need something to keep you occupied. You know, rescuing dumb fucks who let their cigarettes drop. So, am I going to take you all the way back to my house? I don't know, because it's a bit dull. Where else could we go? This, for want of a better, this the name of this street is Pleasant Street. Pleasant Street, because in the 17th century it was lined with like wealthy people's houses with like gardens of pleasure, pleasant gardens. Now it's a bit of a dump, really. Going under the main railway line between Antwerp and Ghent. Oh, and we're on red, so I've got to wait. Before 1973, this railway line ran along the ground, you know, so you had to watch out when you crossed the road that you didn't get run over by a train. It's still talking about dead cats. Is the wind noise that bad? Oh, sorry. Maybe, you know, I should. If I can find the motivation and be asked, I should try and you know, get a dead cat. Find a drug user. Pardon? What? This week's live stream, waiting at a pedestrian crossing, watching buses. Robert's getting all nostalgic. Oh, the architectural merit of this town is zero, really. Ask him what drugs he likes. He'll fall off his bike. Which dude on the bike? The Lycra dude or the sort of like the Turkish dude or Moroccan dude? There's lots of dudes on bikes. Hello, which drugs do you like? Sorry. Should I cycle? I'm going to attempt to cycle. Hopefully not without getting people in the way. And there's no people. Right. I'm going to cycle to my house. Probably go inside. This is illegal, apparently. Oh shit. Okay, right, cycling live stream. Hopefully nothing causes me to brake suddenly, otherwise this could be ending disaster. Yes. What? Why is he beeping? Is that a police officer? Saying don't? I don't know. Who's that? It's the police. Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to cycle live stream. Yes, not to that. Yeah. It was a police. I'm going to go call the police. Right. Ja.
We kunnen het wat bom beginnen maken.
Wat?
Of mensen kunnen het wat bom beginnen maken. Ja. Ja, wat dat is, dat je met een gsm aan het spelen bent.
Ja, dus
Dat is het. Waar woont u meneer?
Hier een beetje verderop. De Kielengezellenlaan 56.
Ja. De mensen zijn zo afgeleid, ik klaksoneer dan, maar mensen zijn zo bezig met de gsm dat ze...
Ja, dat het gevaarlijk is.
Ja, tuurlijk, maar je weet het maar toch.
Even een foto trekken. Maar ja,
Even,
dat is ook...
ja. Even, ja. Je weet wat dat kost? Overtredingsken?
Nee.
Nee?
Nee.
178. Mensen nemen zoeken een campagne en mensen alleen boetes.
Ja, ik denk niet na.
Hier? Ja. Hoor dat ook wel
Schaduw,
Kunnen een houder op je fiets, maar het is nu nog.
ja, ik zou dat kunnen misschien plakken op een
Snap
fiets,
het
maar
niet.
ja.
Nee, maar je hebt een houder voor op de fiets, hè, dat
Ah, je,
bestaat.
je,
Hè.
ja, voor de, ja.
Ja, je hebt, dat is niet dat formaat, maar gewoon een houder op de fiets. Dus
Ja.
ik begrijp het allemaal niet zo goed. Hè. Waarom dat...
Ja, ja, ik weet het ook niet. Ik was gewoon niet aan het denken.
Nee, dat was... was hij dan toen een fotoreportage aan het maken? Of
Zo, ja,
of wat?
gewoon zo'n livestream van zo, like, de mensen tonen waar ik woon en zo. En dan hier ben ik en zo dat.
Als je rijdt, dan moet ik niet meer tonen. Als je wil verrijden.
Ah, ja.
Hè, want ik geloof mij, jij ziet niet meer wat er gebeurt. Hè. Jij ziet dat niet meer, want jij bent zo bezig met je gsm. Dan moet het niet meer tonen aan anderen. Hè. Kijk eens waar dat gewoon, kijk, dan kun je tonen, kijk waar ze mee begraven.
Ja, dat is wel zo.
Allee, ja,
Dus ik krijg iets in de bus zeker.
normaal wel. Hè.
Ja.
Dat is veel geld. Hè. Allee.
Dat is voor een stomme tijd eigenlijk.
Ja, maar het ding is, dus dat ik u zeg, ondanks het feit, alle campagnes op tv, noem maar op, hoge boetes, intrekking rijbewijs. Want normaal moet ik bellen naar het parket en als je een auto hebt, durven ze je rijbewijs afpakken. Hè, voor het gsm. Maar als het gewoon beu zijn dat mensen, ondanks alles, blijven dat doen. Hè. Dus blijkbaar moeten ze de boetes nog verhogen. Hè. Allee, die indruk wekt. Hè.
Dus kan je dan de parket bellen dan? Of wat?
Nee, dat ga ik nu niet doen.
Ja.
Ik weet niet wat je een auto hebt, maar...
Ja, ik heb wel een auto, dus,
Ja.
dus voor mijn
Is
werk
dat-
is dat belangrijk.
Ja, voilà. Dat ga ik nu niet doen, maar... Allee, ik vind het echt wel zonde, maar... Heb je nogal veel boetes? Zit er een
Ik had een boete voor een, voor een...
snelrijden?
Nee. Ik had een spiegel afgedaan en niet weten dat ik dat gedaan had.
Op uw auto, een spiegel?
Ja, van iemand anders, hij zo...
Afgereden?
Ja. Zo. En,
Vluchtmisdrijf?
En dat is dan opgenomen als vluchtmisdrijf.
Ja. En voor de rest?
Voor de rest?
Ik zie dat toch, als ik denk, ik zie dat toch zo. Als je dan zegt, nee, het is wel...
Nee.
Ik wil geen hard eerst. Dus als ik u, ik zou maar zeggen, volgende week zie rijden, dan zullen we dat niet meer doen met de rijden. Maar ik denk het van wel.
Nee. Ik kan dat niet permitteren, maar...
Nee,
en ook niet, ja. Dat is zoiets.
Ik zou het zo laten, hè, maar dat kan niet. Allee, ik hoop dat je dat een beetje beseft. Hè.
Ja.
Mensen zijn zo... Allee, ik zeg het zelfs, ik klaksonneer en mensen zullen wel iets horen, maar snap je, ze zijn zo bezig, druk, in reportage komt dat. Het is snel gebeurd, zeker, ja. Mannen met elektrische fietsen, ik weet, ze zijn ontzogen, maar...
Nee. Gelijk.
Ik zal het zo laten, maar hou het in je achterhoofd. Hè. Als ik u nog een keer zie, dan moet je zeggen wat je wilt. Hè. Ja.
Dan is het, ja.
Laat het een les zijn.
Oké.
Het verschil tussen 200 euro dit heb je.
Oh ja, oké. Gewoon met de voet. Allee, bedankt. Oh well, I've just if you were watching that, I've just cost myself 187 euros. Oh dear. Not what I expected today. I shall get a bill in the post for that. Oh well. I might have to end the stream at this point. 'Cause, if I tap you back. So, well, that was basically not a bargain basement live stream. It cost me a lot of money. I shall not do that again in a hurry. Yes, you don't think about that really. You don't think that that's going to happen. But there it was. It did. I just hope it doesn't affect my driving license. It's not going to tell the parquet, luckily. And I hope that means that they don't come to know that I paid a bill for like driving offence. Because I got when I broke that wing mirror with my van when driving for work, I had to go to the police court, and so they let me off with a suspended sentence. So financially, anyway, there was no like going to jail or anything like that, but I had to pay the court bills and everything like that, and that was plenty enough. But as long as I didn't commit any other offences in X number of years, then I wouldn't have to pay the full fine, which is quite a lot. So hopefully that will not occur. But anyway, I shall now go home and lick my wounds. And next week on the show, I may be financially like less well off, and I shall be in England. But thank you for joining, and see you all again next week. How do I end it? End. Right. See you later, everybody.